How I manage my time as an Amazon KDP creator is exactly what we're going to be talking about on today. And in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to go from no books to growing your book business on Amazon. So be sure to stick around until the end of the video because I'll even be sharing a few personal tips that keep me on track. If you're new here, I'm Latoya Nicole, and a little while ago, I published my first book that grew into a multi-six-figure coloring book business. So now I teach women entrepreneurs just like you how to establish and expand your author brand. So if that's something you're interested in, then make sure you check out my program at Book Bag University. So before we get started, what is time management? Well, the dictionary defines it as the ability to use one's time effectively or productively, especially at work. Time management is the key to efficient working. And from my own personal experience, sometimes it either feels like we want to do nothing at all or do everything all at one time. So finding balance is key. And my belief is that you should always focus on the most important task first. Kind of reminds me of Mary and Martha in Luke chapter 10. Welcome back to this Bible Time with Toya chat. So just to give a little background, Jesus went to go visit these two sisters. One was named Mary, one was named Martha. Martha was doing all the chores and she ended up getting upset because Mary wasn't helping. But instead, Mary was over there sitting at the feet of Jesus and listening to him because this was the most important thing to her. She was like, nah, Martha, you could go ahead and take care of all that other stuff, but I got Jesus in the building and I don't think you understand it. So Martha was like, Jesus, don't you see what Mary is doing? She's not helping me with none of this stuff. And Jesus told Martha, Mary chose the right thing to focus on. And just like Mary, we also need to focus on what is the most important thing. So the story of Mary and Martha teaches us about the importance of prioritizing our relationship with Jesus, but applying this lesson to entrepreneurship and time management when self-publishing can be valuable because the same concept applies even when you break it down on the lowest level. So as an Amazon KDP book creator, the very first thing that I do when focusing on time management and my top priorities is identify my goal. So you need to know what your goal is. For example, if you're working on publishing your first coloring book, and you say, okay, I know I want to publish this coloring book because I want to get my idea out into the world. This is something that I've had a vision for a while. Give yourself a date. If we're in the month of May, then setting a goal would be, I will have my book completed by June 30th. And so then once you have your goal, you can go ahead and start breaking up your big tasks that need to be completed into smaller tasks. So think of this question, what can I do today to work on the goal that I just set? Another example for that could be today's task is going to be decide on the type of coloring book and research to narrow down my topic. And one of the best ways to do this is by using Amazon directly. So you will go to Amazon, then you can search under the books tab. And when you're searching under the books tab, you're going to be looking for keywords and phrases that people are already searching for so that you'll be able to start writing these keywords down and you'll know these are some of the most searched for topics. So maybe I should start with one of these topics that people are already looking for if these topics align with what's in my heart and what my vision is concerning my coloring book. So by breaking it down into manageable steps, you can make consistent progress without feeling overwhelmed. Step number 2, create a schedule. Now, this has been one of the most crucial things for me because I use my schedule to dedicate specific time blocks to work on different aspects of completing my book. Example for this would be from 1 o'clock to 2 p.m. today, I'm going to go ahead and start working on my interior pages. And when I'm planning this schedule, I use my publishing planner because it has all the templates and everything I need, and which is available at Book Bag University. It helps me keep everything organized, and it's like an automatic to-do list because it has everything laid out that I would need to do step by step. That saves me a ton of time right there. And it's laid out in order of importance of what needs to be done first, what needs to be done second, what needs to be done third. So I have one section for pre-publishing. I have another section for planning out my content. I have another section for uploading and publishing the book. But whether you're using a planner, a piece of paper, or the notes in your phone app, you need a plan because a plan is going to keep you on track. And also when you're planning and scheduling your content, you want to find places that don't have so many distractions. Like if you need to leave your house and go to a Starbucks or something like that, you'll actually be able to focus on what you need to do. Another recommendation that I have when you're making your book is playing some music in the background. A lot of times you can find like some soft, smooth, relaxing music, and it just really helps the flow. It gets you into the whole creativity vibe. So yeah, like I said, make your schedule. One thing might be from 1 to 2, I'm going to work on my interior pages. Maybe the next day from 10 to 11 a.m., you want to work on researching keywords. And then the next day from 4 to 5, maybe you want to work on researching Midjourney or looking through Instagram to see what type of images stand out to you, so you'll get ideas of what you may want to include inside of your book, especially if you'll be making a coloring book. But keep in mind, when you are making your schedule for what you're going to be doing, just make sure you ask yourself, what is the most important task to complete on today, so that you're prioritized, just like our example, Mary, on what is most important. Step 3, outsource tasks. So girls, sometimes you gotta outsource because everything just might not be your strength, and that's okay. Like for me, I actually enjoy designing and things like that, but if I try to make a design and I'm looking at my cover and I'm thinking, okay, girl, you got 2 choices. You could either go through, redo this whole thing to see if you can play with it until you get it like you want it, which is a lot of times what I do. But if I don't feel like doing all of that, to places like Fiverr or Upwork, so that someone else can do those tasks for you and you can be focusing your time on an area that is your strength. Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. I told you I was going to share with you a tip. Now, my tip that I want to share with you, whenever I get stuck, let's say I'm like, I don't really know what to plan next, or I don't know what I should be working on today, I use ChatGPT as an assistant. So when I use ChatGPT, I might go to ChatGPT and say something like, hey, I'm working on a coloring book and I want to plan out my schedule. Can you help me decide what is most important and create me a schedule? And ChatGPT will literally start listing out things. For example, it's telling me what I should do for week 1, like planning and researching. Then it's telling me what I should do for week 2, sketching and drafting. Week 3, creating the final artwork. Week 5, formatting and designing, and so on. So it is so helpful. You can also go to ChatGPT and ask it, let's say on your schedule today, you are researching keywords and you're having a hard time figuring out which of the keywords you may want to include in your title. You can go to ChatGPT and say, I'm working on this type of coloring book. Can you give me some title suggestions? It will lay out the suggestions for you, and then you can implement your keywords into those suggestions to make the title flow into your own unique title for your book. So ChatGPT really guides you on simple tasks. Something else I will do if I ever get stuck somewhere is I would actually go to YouTube, and the area that I'm stuck in, like let's say I'm stuck in how to find categories for my book, I'll do a search on YouTube to see if anyone has made a video about that particular thing. If there's a coach or a mentor that I look to on YouTube, like myself, then I'll start going and binge watching their videos and find out everything I can about the process so that it can help me get unstuck and save me a lot of time, because I'm using their guidance as a help. Also, keep in mind, you can always reach out to me for a one-on-one coaching session. I do 15-minute brainstorm sessions. So if you're ever stuck, you can always do that as well. And it could be really helpful and beneficial. And again, all the links will be in the description. So yeah, just to recap, once you have your goal and you've created a schedule and planned out your book's content, then you outsource tasks to free up your time and use helpful resources like ChatGPT and YouTube. Then you'll need to upload your book and schedule your release date. But yeah, so that's how I manage my time as an Amazon KDP creator. Just remember, it's all about setting goals, planning, and staying focused on your priority, putting the most important thing first. If this video was helpful, make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel so that I know to keep putting out more content like this. And let me know one of the things you'll be prioritizing this week so that you can get your book done. Until next time, bye-bye.